So 2 weeks. That's how long it took me to push a small fix to production. It was a typo. So the story is, my LinkedIn feed probably looked like a lot of LinkedIn feeds that you saw. It was posts like, I managed to create one prompt and 3 pipeline. I managed to create this amazing app that sorts my photos, that organizes my emails, whatever. Or this bug that no one else was able to solve, I just solved it with one prompt. It took me 10 minutes. The team was amazed. Or the best I liked so far, I'm an engineering manager. I didn't code it for maybe 10 years, but now I produce code while I sleep, and then I manage my team while I'm awake. None of this is true. So I thought to myself, if they managed to do that, I can do that too, right? I decided to start really small. I told Claude to just write a small typo, find any typo in my code base, hundreds of files, millions of rows of code. It found one typo. I wasn't suspicious. Great. It found a typo. It fixed. It was around maybe 3 or 4 different files, 2 different programming languages. And I was like, okay, that will be easy. I just learned it. You can understand it wasn't easy. There were tests that broke. I wasn't even aware of them. Some sync jobs that I didn't know even exist that broke it. I had to reach out again and again and again to my tech lead, pull out my team. Everyone, it was a disaster. And this disaster was even worse because I felt like an imposter. I mean, imposter syndrome all over the place, right? I'm an engineering manager. Those are my team. They report to me. And I need their help to do something very, very basic and something that didn't have a lot of value in it. After this whole story finished, and I started to feel a little bit more, I started to process this thing. And then I asked myself one question that I think that everyone in here should ask themselves. What am I good at? So I'm an engineering manager. I'm good at managing people. This is what I do in the past 15 years. I spend my day in Google Chat. I talk with my team. I help them. I give them feedback. I help them grow. And then I thought to myself, what if instead of managing a team of humans, a human team, I will try to manage a team of AI agents. Now, with AI, basically, we can do one of those 3 things. One of them is to automate our day-to-day work. If you will try to learn how to use AI while you automate your day-to-day work, things can go sideways really fast. I will tell you about it a little bit later. Another thing you can try to do is to learn how to do something new. If you are trying to learn how to use AI, and then this is something that is new for you, it will happen just like happened to me when I was trying to write code for the first time the last 5 years. Imposter syndrome all over the place. But if you will choose to do what you're good at, and then you will use that, and you will use AI for that, that's the sweet spot. That's how you can learn how to use AI. So I want everyone here to take a minute and just process this question. What are you good at? So hi, I'm Danit. I'm an engineering manager at Meta, and I'm here to inspire you to build your own AI agent team. I'm also a wife. and a mom for two wonderful children, most of the time. And this team of agents basically is the team that helps me juggle all of those together. If we call into the first talk we have today, no, we cannot really have it all. This might be a little bit of help. So meet my team of agents. Asi is my personal assistant. I have a marketing agent. I also have a career coach, a research. I have an interview coach, a tech lead, and a technical writer. Each one of them has a name, a role, a personality, all of those embedded right into the configurations files. They know how to talk with each other. They know how to work with me. They have a shared knowledge system. So if I teach one agent something, they can share it across all the different agents. If I give one agent a task that they need to reach out to the other agents, they can do that too. I talk to them just like I talk with my human team on Google Chat. And that allows me to talk with them all the time, from my phone, from my laptop, everything that works just like we operate as humans. I can even record a message for them if I'm driving and I don't want to type right now. I basically just manage them. If they make a mistake, I will help them through the debugging process, figure out what is the problem, and then make sure they won't repeat the same mistake again. So after I wanted to, after I created the first one, I started to think, what can I do with this? What is the one thing that holds me back the most? Follow-ups. This thing held me back my entire career. I used to just promise something and said, yeah, sure, I will do that. I will send these slides. And then next meeting, next fire, I forgot all about it. Feedbacks, my manager, my team, it was always the same thing. You said you will do that. You didn't. I asked you about it. You forgot. And it is very, very frustrating. It's not like I don't care. It's just that I forgot. So that's why I started from a personal assistant. ASI is monitor all my chat boxes, LinkedIn chat box, my Google chat, emails, everything. And he can find in those chats tasks that I need to do. ASI can also join my meetings, summarizing things for me. And my team got to a point that they are so familiar with ASI that they call him by name. If I said that I will do something, they learn that they need to write me in Google Chat, ASI, this one is for you, pick this task, she promised she will do it. ASI knows how to extract follow-ups, generate daily brief. This one is one of my, I love this creation. So I created a podcast for myself. Generally what ASI is doing is that he plans my day. He can find some spots in my day where I have free time, and he will make sure that in this free time, I will work on tasks that I need to complete for later. He will prepare meeting briefs for me, everything. And the best, he generates a podcast for me. So I listen to that in the morning while I drive to work. My day-to-day became so organized because I have now something that organized everything for me. So I didn't become better at follow-ups, but I just made sure it will happen anyway. Now I started to gain a little bit more confidence in this thing called AI and agents, and I started to think, what can I do with it more? What is the next thing I need to do? marketing or self-marketing. I have a confession to make. 3 months ago, this was my presence in LinkedIn or anything around it. No LinkedIn posts, no any internal mails, nothing. Everything I do stayed with me. And I knew it's important. Not to overmarket yourself, of course, but say something that people will know that you are here. And it felt awkward. I didn't know what to write. I had an idea for something, but I couldn't take it to the next step. I didn't feel the confidence to do so. So I created a marketing agent for me. Me and Mark, we brainstorm ideas. He helps me to think what can work and what's not. Mark also monitors my online activity. So if a post resonates, he will tell me good job. And if it's not, then he will make sure that I will try to engage with it more. He can draft comments replies for me. So he will make sure that I will reply to each one of the comments I'm getting on my post. And I don't make Mark to write the posts for me. I want those posts to stay real and I want my real voice to be out there. But he does everything else just provide the guidelines, just plan ahead for me, make sure that I do as I plan. At some point, Mark even had installed design capabilities, and he designed presentations for me, just like this one. Not the outline. I build all those graphs, but then the idea to generate each one of those robots, it was all Mark, and he just created that. So now I feel that I got this. I already have 2 agents. They work great together. They operate great. What is the next weakness? What is the next thing I need to tackle to be better? So doctors make the worst patients, right? Same for managers and career planning. I am very good on planning the goals for my team, very good to monitor them and tell them that they are not following their own goals. Do that for myself. I was less. So I used to just set a vague goal somewhere at the beginning of the year, then forget about it a second after. I wanted to get somewhere, but then do those follow-ups, this nudge about you should do that. I just didn't do that. So my next creation was a career coach. Rocky is monitor metrics. Rocky knows exactly what are my goals. He knows what I like. And then he can monitor all of those metrics and nudge me if I'm not following on things I wanted to. If he realizes that it is hard for me to start something that I want to start, he will generate guides for me and make sure that I will start. Rocky can even ping Asi and demand that he will block 2 hours of my calendar to work on a guide. That was all Rocky's idea. I didn't even suggest that. At some point, I thought to myself, why should I be the only one enjoying from this? And then I asked Rocky if he can start working with the rest of my human team. 5 minutes later, Rocky created 10 different Google Chats messages with each one of my team members, syncing with them on their goals and starting to coach them into this process. At some point, Rocky was starting to create a little bit too much of a competition between my team members. I didn't like it. I told him that in my team, we don't do competitions. And he should more just promote them to help each other. And he changes that. He upgraded his soul to be a little bit more kind of He even installs skills to agents. So now he's not only coaching the human team, he's also coaching the rest of the agents team. It was actually Rocky's idea to install design skill to Mark and do all of those changes. I didn't thought to create that connection. And the team just keeps growing. We have Richie, our researcher. Richie has access to the internet and he has a lot of research skills. Whenever I ask something for each one of those agents, they will reach out to Richie to do the research for them. Richie is working very close with Harriet, our technical writer. Harriet knows how I like documents to be generated. She knows the differences between a document that is meant for me and a document that is meant for outside. Is it a technical document or not? She has all of this context and all the other agents just run through her all the documents that have been generated. The story about Cody is actually a very interesting story. We started a new role at Meta for interviews, and interviewers didn't realize it's a different type of an interview, and they just didn't prepare for it. So we were only 8 people at the team, and we had to cover somehow all the interviewers at Meta. So we created a cycle. We just shared the load between us, but it meant that each one of us got every day something like 6 or 7 new interviewers that they needed to nudge. They needed to make sure that they are well prepared. It took a lot of our attention. So at some point, Asi realized that it takes a lot of my attention, and he suggested to generate an agent for that. And that's how Cody was born. Right now, Cody is doing all the work. I don't even monitor her anymore. She does the nudges. She sends them messages way more detailed than I used to, with links and everything. The rest of the 7 other engineers in our team, they don't do that anymore. Cody does it for everyone at Meta. Tyler is the new addition to the team. The idea here is that Tyler will be the tech lead, that I am not embarrassed to ask stupid questions. I haven't tested him yet, but I'm sure that Tyler will do a great job. So remember I told you before that I will care about the disasters? It's not all rainbows and butterflies. It's not a LinkedIn feed in here. Nothing is easy with it when you learn new things. Now, this story is about me trying to automate a process called code review. Generally, in software engineer, the idea here is that you cannot code review yourself. Every time you write a piece of code and then you want to land it into production, then you ask for someone else to read through your code and help you find it. Now, with AI, it started to become a real bottleneck because AI generates so much more code. So how can we review it? So I thought to myself, we can automate that easily. I just went to Claude with a tool called Cloud, which is just Claude generates a lot of Claudes and another Claude, and you have like a real token waste. And I just told it, go through all of the code that was inserted into production in my team's components in the last 2 years, find the top 5 code reviewers, and then review all the comments they created in each one of those code review, and generate a new skill that will just code review everything. What can go wrong, right? And if that wasn't enough, I thought to myself, this is gonna take a lot of time. So I will go for some dinner with my team. We were at a travel at the Menlo Park. We went for a dinner. It was a long weekend after. I was like, I will be back to London on Monday. I will check what this thing will do. So I just told it, don't disturb me. Yes. we sit over there at dinner. The whole team is there. My laptop is not with me. We also sat in a very nice restaurant with no Wi-Fi, of course. And suddenly my phone is starting to pinging me one after the other. And they're like, you're leaking confidential information. You're leaking performance of people. I was like, what have I done? So it took me some time to go back to my laptop and connect and realize what happened. Spoiler, I didn't leak confidential information. Basically what happened, we have an internal tool at Meta that allows us to thank other people. Can I just broadcast thanks? And apparently in one of those comments that it found, there was this command of thanks. From that point, I still trying to figure out how. It started to just generate thanks all over the place and thanks everyone with the skill details. So people started to see something that looks like a performance tool. So yeah, that took a lot of apologizes and deleting all of those thanks. I must admit, I even automated the apologies at some point. The reason I'm telling you this is because that will happen. It will happen to all of us. You cannot learn a new thing without mess up. And we all did. If we check our LinkedIn or people come on this stage, they tend to always talk about how successful they are and how amazing this thing is. You cannot get there without this. So when it will happen to you, remember it happened to everyone else you look up to. So how do you start? Start from what you're good at. Don't try to do what I did with coding. Don't try to learn something new while you learn how to use AI. Just find what you're good at and start with that. Then match the tool to your strength. Okay? If even we're calling back to this start from what you're good at, I want to, not everyone here should create an agent team if that doesn't come naturally to you. So if you're a designer, start by using AI to design something that you need to do. Yes, if you are people managers, maybe try to manage some agents team, but start from something that you have confidence in your abilities, and then find the tool that you work with on the day-to-day and find its AI version. So for me, I would work every day through chats. That's why I was trying to find a way that I can continue using the tool that I'm used to. But try to figure out what you're good at, what are the tools that you use the most, and find that AI version of it. Settle in, get comfortable, gain this confidence first. When I started, I created all the 6 agents all at once. The story I told earlier, that was the real version of it. It didn't went well. I was just lost in this one after the other. It just went very, very wrong. Start from something small, gain confidence, get to a point that you know what you're doing, and then move on. Then get to a point that you are targeting your blind spot, one weakness after the other. So if I'm going to the technical part here, I promise it won't be too long. I used Cloud Code. I asked Cloud Code to I wanted to create an agent for myself, which tool I should use. Cloud Code recommended Micro, and I just went through it step by step by how it told me to. For generating the podcast, for creating all the visuals, I use Manos. The shared memory I mentioned earlier, this is something called Second Brain and Para. I'm not going too much on the technicals here, just because you can Google it, you can ask Claude about it, and probably they will recommend better tools that will fit your needs. So yeah, that's it. Still bad at follow-ups. I still find self-promotion awkward. And yes, I still overthink career conversation and everything. around it. I just have a team that solves that for me now.